Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the All Facts, No Slack Saints podcast. And this is more of a reaction video of our win, man. We just got a big win at home. We fucking needed this win, and it was going to be like, if we didn't win this game, it was going to be 1-4. We had to play the Bengals next week, which is a home game. But, I already had, aspirations, not aspirations, but like expectations of we lost this game. We're going to have to start thinking about, I don't know, mentally, I was like, man, let's blow this shit up. Let's like start thinking about next year, not tanking, but like start getting some assets back, because you just can't climb out of a 1-4 hole and, try to make a playoff push and shit like that is just way too extremely hard. But man, it's been bizarro world today, because the offense was the reason we won the game. And let me make this clear. When I mean by offense, Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, and Chris Olave won us this game today. Andy Dalton played serviceable. He played okay, but, we get into them numbers and kind of shit like that a little bit later. But, Pete Carmichael actually called a pretty good game. We ran the ball a whole lot, really good. We didn't stray away from it, even when Mark Ingram was getting stuffed. I think that Joker had like 6. I gotta really look back at his numbers, but he did not do good today. But I'll save the bad parts for a little bit later. But Kamara, I think he had about. Let me see what Kamara had. I got it friggin' written down for right now, man. Kamara friggin' had 23 rushes for 103 yards, 6 catches for 91 yards, average 4.5 yards a carry. Taysom Hill, 1 of 1 in passing. That's another thing, man. I don't know how many times this dude is going. I think today was the first time he actually threw the ball. I don't know how many times like these guys are gonna. I'm not complaining, but it's funny. It's been 5 games into the year now, and he takes a snap at quarterback. And when he threw that touchdown pass, I think it was the second quarter, third quarter. And even before in the first half, every time he got that ball, the dude was running it up your ass. You wasn't fucking stopping him. He's in your fucking shit. Like, I don't know what they're watching in these other teams' films, but keep disrespecting him. He's doing the same thing every time, killing him. He's getting like 7 yards or first down every time, big run. So, shout outs to that. So he's 1 for 1 of passing for 22 yards for a touchdown to, I believe, Adam Troutman, and he scored 3 on the ground today. With his legs, and a fumble recovery. So Taysom Hill had 4 touchdowns and a fumble recovery today, bro. Like, and I got my thing. If any of y'all follow me on Twitter, bro, I got this thing going. Hashtag Taysom Hill is overpaid, because of all these cocksucking motherfuckers who's always just on that man shit. Oh, man, he all right. I don't want him throwing the ball. Man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want him being the primary QB, 100% of the time, because it's wasting the talents of his God gifts. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something, man. That dude don't pout. That dude don't fucking bitch. That dude just come in and do his fucking job, bro. How much you bet if Taysom Hill he'll trade away all of God-given ability, bro? His speed, his strength, his athleticism, to just be a straight-up QB, bro. Talk about a selfless motherfucker, man. A dude who's just like, that dude wants to be just a quarterback, bro. He just wants to be a quarterback. But God bless him with all this other stuff to where, like, he's forced to contribute in different ways to stay on the field. And when he gets on the field, he plays. Like, there's just really no negative part about him at this point for the team, bro. And there's people like, oh, man, Taysom Hill, he's overpaid. I'm like, dude, you don't realize how much this guy does. This dude scored 4 touchdowns a day. He can throw touchdown passes at quarterback. Again, I'm not saying have him for the whole game, but he does have a winning record as a QB. But again, with other people's talents strictly at QB, you don't want him, just playing QB. You want to use his other shit. This dude can catch. This dude can run. This dude's playing special teams. Recovered a fumble today, bro. There's nothing that he can't do. So to keep saying all this shit, he's overpaid. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has the most touchdowns on the offense. He actually scored the first touchdown of the season. Let that be known. So let's give him his flowers, and that's the thing I'm doing now. Hashtag Taysom Hill is overpaid. It's a troll, okay? Because the dude is a fucking baller. You know what I'm saying? And that's the formula that we've pretty much seen. The offense revolves around these people: Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave. I'm sorry to say that guy. I think Chris Olave is the best receiver on the team. And the way this team is going to get built for the future, this team is built around Chris Olave and Pete Werner. And when Trevor Penning gets healthy, you see how he is. Hopefully he's good. And Trevor Penning. We got a bright future, man. Pete Werner is a fucking dog, bro. Pete Werner is a fucking dog. He's the one who caused the goddamn fumble. And David Onyemata was the one who recovered it. You know what I'm saying? But Pete Werner, man. The position that we was just so scared about before the season. Linebacker depth. Oh, no, it's the secondary. It's strong. We was all saying it. Not just nobody. We was all thinking secondary was going to be the A1 part of the team. And the linebacker was, we were scared because of the depth, not because of the talent. But right now, everybody, Quan Alexander, we should have kept Quan. Let's sign Quan. Pete Werner making a nigga forget about all that shit. Him and D. Davis. Not saying, put it like this. D. Davis is playing great, right? But he's almost, I don't want to say make you forget about him, but like the high level Pete Werner is playing on, like you cannot just, you just got to highlight him over him at this point. He's literally the best player on the defense. Like, you cannot admit that Pete Werner is not the best player on the defense. Only thing he need to do now, catch a pick. I think he's caused 2 fumbles, and he's leading the league in tackles as of this week. I don't know by the end of the day, but this week it was announced NFL, not the team. He's leading the league in solo tackles. Pete Werner, man. And I'm praying Chris Olave is good. He suffered a concussion today. And, I'm actually pretty surprised the refs gave us that touchdown because he did actually follow through with it. It was just that the only reason he coughed it up was actually after he followed through and he hit his head. I was pretty scared, and fuck the NFL for kept replaying it, bro. We could go through that without having to see that part, you know what I'm saying? But he was able to walk off the field. He was okay. I'm praying that, he can pass his protocol and able to play for the Cincinnati game, because we're really going to need him. And hopefully if Michael Thomas come back and juice, that'll be great. But right now, bro, I'm telling you what. Olave and Callaway and fucking, Juwan, we can, if we have to, bro, we can do it without him. But for the sake of that rookie's future, that dude is our future on this team right now. So when he did fall down, that's why I said, oh, take him out. He didn't even have to score the touchdown, right? Like, but especially after the touchdown, bro, like, look, man, he's our future. So whatever we need to do, take him out. Even if he has to miss this week, I don't want him to, but if he has to, we got to make sure that dude is right, because he is the Saints' future. He's the best receiver on this team right now. And I'm pretty sure he's leading rookies in all the statistics of receivers. Who else, man? Again, Andy Dalton. Again, the way he's playing okay. I think he completed about 64% of his passes. He's 16 for 24, 187 yards, a touchdown, interception. And with that interception, it looked kind of weird. Everybody knows I'm a Jameis guy. You know what I'm saying? And I always said the offense looked like it would click like the way Andy plays, right? You know what I mean? It just fits more of what we're doing right now. And I'm glad Jameis has to sit back and watch and remember, like, oh shit, this is shit Sean was making me do. So, again, at the end of the day, he's serviceable. He didn't cost us the game. He made good throws. And that's low-key one of the best things we did in the offseason was getting Andy Dalton. So, and it's kind of putting the shit to bed that, look, man, the quarterback play isn't moving the needle as far as, like, yo, this shit is going way, way better, right? We see there's some throws he can, you know what I'm saying, that could be better. And it's not big things, but what he's doing is making the right decision. like all that blitz, if you notice, all that blitzing kind of stopped, right? Because what happens, like, learn from Deuce Wyndham, shout out to Rev Deuce Wyndham, you throw at the blitz. Them motherfuckers sent 3 people, I think it was before it was like on Alvin's big run, when it was like, I think 54 yards or some shit like that. They blitz, drop back, threw at the blitz, Alvin Kamara comes with a fucking big ass screenplay. That was almost a touchdown. So, you see the formula in place for the team, how it's supposed to be. We're a running team, straight up. Even with Michael healthy, Juice healthy, and Chris Olave, we're a running team. And right now, Chris Olave, he's wide receiver 1. And I'm going to save a lot of other thoughts and some shit for probably 2 days or probably tomorrow to really get down on some shit for the future of this fucking team. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we need to get younger. Because a lot of these guys who we really need to depend on, is a lot of people are steady getting hurt, but I must leave the Debbie down and shit later. Let's enjoy this win. That was a big win. 37 fucking points, man. I'm pretty sure 37, 39 points, bro. Again, you know, I wasn't with the Alvin Kamara, kept running up the middle, kept running up, but you needed somebody to do it, because when we sent Mark to do it, it just wasn't getting done. Look, man, Latavius Murray, I know the practice squad elevation shit. You know, the Saints offered him, and he still wanted to go to try to get the starting role in Denver. I get it, not hating on that, but Saints should have did a better job. Whatever you fucking offered, you should have offered him more, because Mark Ingram ain't pulling his fucking weight. I don't give a fuck what he did them first 2 games. Right, yeah, he was averaging 6 yards a carry and all that shit, but he was fumble-rooski. First 2 fucking games, he fumbles. The 3rd game with the fucking Panthers, he calls a fucking penalty. He ain't doing shit, bruh. He ain't doing shit, bruh. I don't care. They're like, oh, man, you know, Marcus, I don't give a fuck, bro. I would have told Latavius, you are guaranteed. Look, I know you're going to want that starting job, but look, we're going to pay you, pay the man, what, 3-4 mil? I think we got like 9 million something left. What are we waiting on? Who we should have paid him, give him a little change. Look, you and Alvin are number 1 and number 2. After the day, I don't want to see no more. He ain't doing shit. And I love that we stuck with the run, because at the end of the day, you still want to beat up on that line, right? Like, but you can clearly see who was more effective doing it. Like, I didn't want Alvin running between the tackles, but he kind of had to, because when we sent Mark, he wasn't getting yards. So it kind of defeats the purpose of, like, having him for the boom and zoom when Alvin was pretty much doing both. Fuck, if Alvin gonna do both, we should have kept Latavius. We should have, man, paid him like 4. That, I don't give a fuck what nobody said. That was a way that you should have been able to be like, convinced him, look, I know you want the starting role, but look, we're going to make sure you get them carries here. But, you know, the coaching was better. The 3rd down efficiency was better for us. Which, again, I got to get all those numbers, get those specifics, and get, you know, but this is just kind of me breaking down verbatim, you know, because, again, I wrote down some statistics, but this is just more of a reaction, like, for us from the game, from the win. But, you know, I'm going to tell you what, man. The secondary, we gotta do some changes, man. Adebo was out there getting butt fucked today. I don't know what's going on, but you know, again, Marshawn was so-so. It wasn't like last week, but it was so-so. And we got to start talking about this safety play, because it ain't doing too good. You look at Geno's numbers again. Shout out to Geno Smith, the Seahawks. That team was one of them teams everybody just was going to die and roll over. This because Russell was there, and I'm even one of them. I apologize, Pete Carroll. I was unfamiliar with your game. They traded him. They got the picks. That dude Geno is playing good. And I kept saying as I was watching the game, if Seattle lose this game, it ain't on him. It ain't on him. We was fucking rushed, dude. D. Davis is coming at him like a bat out of hell. I'm watching this dude running full speed right before the ball snap. I'm like, what the fuck? And he get through that bitch right on time. As soon as they say hike, he right there. I'm like, bro. I tweeted, I'm like, I can only imagine being a quarterback, seeing D. Davis, man of God, D. Davis, coming at me full speed before the ball is snapped. So, you know, shout out to Geno Smith, man. That dude is playing good. That loss isn't on them today. They also lost a running back, Rashad Penny. He did okay. The rookie receiver got their rookie running back, Kenneth Walker III, got his first touchdown on us today. On a fucking just blown, you know, line is open and he come bust through. But you know, Geno played good, and I'm gonna tell you what, 39-32? Would kept that game from being tied or possible loss was DK Metcalf dropping that fucking touchdown in the end zone. And you could just see it. Like, I tell you what, man, I wouldn't mind if I don't know what Seattle trying to do, but look, if he keep playing like this, I wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, if we can't get our guy, you know, bringing him in just, you know, for whatever, because we don't know if Andy plays good and Andy leaves. So in the case of Andy leaving, I wouldn't mind having that dude come in and bring competition. That's all I'm saying. He's playing really good. But to end it off, I'm about to go watch this 49er game. You know, my dog porn star Jimmy, all they do is shit on him. Let him go. You know, no 49er fan at all, but I'm a fan of Jimmy Garoppolo. And plus they playing the Panthers, so we need them to beat them. But if they beat the Panthers today and Tampa Bay beat the Falcons, I think we should be 2-3 tied with the Falcons, so we should have that tiebreaker and we move into number 2. But anyway, I'm about to go watch the rest of these football games today. Welcome to All Facts, No Slack, who that, and I'm out. Let's go Saints.